The river smelled like metal and rain. Her car was still humming, headlights slicing through the fog, driver's door open, seat empty. Inside, her purse was there, her lipstick, her phone, recording. A man's voice whispered, "Don't scream." Then, silence. I stood there, watching the screen glow against the wet gravel, feeling my throat tighten. Everyone in this town knows how stories like this end, with prayers, not justice. But that night, something felt wrong. The cops said accident. I said nothing. Because I knew whose car followed hers out of the parking lot. And I knew what he was capable of when he thought no one was watching. The truth was sitting on that phone, but so was my own reflection. And for the first time, I wasn't sure which of us was the monster. I didn't call the police again. I just started watching. Her boyfriend, Daniel, gave interviews, hands shaking, voice soft, grief rehearsed. The same hands that once left bruises she laughed off. I noticed small things, the mud on his tires, the cut on his wrist, the way he avoided looking at her photo. The timeline didn't add up. He said they argued at 10, she left at 11:47. But traffic cameras showed his car idling near the bridge at midnight. He told me, "You should move on." I told him, "You first." I started keeping notes, screenshots, receipts, fragments of digital ghosts. Every night I replayed that video. Every night, the whisper sounded closer. By the third week, I stopped sleeping. Not because I was afraid of what I might find, but because I was starting to enjoy finding it. People stopped mentioning her name. The town prefers silence. It's cleaner that way. But silence has edges. You start hearing what's buried underneath. Daniel's smile faded. His eyes darted too often toward the river when we spoke. One night, I followed him. He drove the same route she did that night, headlights off, windows down. He stopped at the same bend, got out, stood there for 10 minutes, staring at the water, like he was waiting for it to speak. I felt it then, that flicker between guilt and recognition. This wasn't a random death. It was choreography. Every movement rehearsed, every mistake erased, except one. A timestamp tucked deep in her phone's data, 11:59:32 p.m. A voice in the background, not hers, not his, mine. For weeks I told myself I followed her because I wanted to protect her. But the truth is uglier. I wanted to see what would happen if he broke. And when he did, I didn't stop it. I just watched. The video's metadata told the story better than any confession could. It wasn't just a fight. It was a performance, one I helped create. I'd sent her those messages that night, the ones that pushed her to confront him. I wanted him angry, wanted her defiant. I wanted the truth to surface, even if it drowned her. When she hit record, she thought she was gathering evidence, but she was recording her own ending, and my silence. Daniel shoved her, the phone fell. The whisper, "Don't scream," wasn't his, it was mine. I said it to calm her. She looked at me, confused, betrayed, right before the water took her. I didn't mean to kill her. But intent doesn't matter when the world only remembers what's left behind. So I gave the cops what they needed, his car's footage, his fingerprints, his history of violence. And they believed the story I built. Daniel went to prison. The town found peace. But her face still floats behind my eyes every night, mouth open, asking why I stopped helping. I don't answer, because I don't know if I ever meant to. Daniel's verdict came fast, 25 years without parole. Everyone thanked me for coming forward, for being brave. They called me the voice of justice. But justice is quieter than they think. It doesn't shout, it just waits. I sat in the courtroom, eyes locked on his. He didn't plead for mercy. He looked at me like he finally understood. And in that moment, I saw it click. He wasn't the only one who'd been manipulated. I'd planned every step, every headline, every lie that made his guilt believable. Because sometimes truth isn't about facts, it's about who controls the story. When they led him away, he didn't fight. He just smiled once, like he knew what I'd done. And I smiled back. That's the thing about justice. It's only clean when your hands aren't the ones that wrote it. I visit the river sometimes. The car's gone. The water moves on like it always does. People forget. But the current remembers everything it swallows. I tell myself she's free now, not from him, but from me. I used to think truth was the goal, that once I uncovered it, I'd feel lighter. But truth is weight. It drags you under, inch by inch, until you can't tell where guilt and obsession begins. They built a memorial for her near the bridge. Flowers, candles, promises. I never go near it, because if I do, someone might see me stop. Someone might notice how I stare too long.